a choice to make. Why do we provide so much background information in this book, so much emphasis on the larger picture, and such an effort to identify so fully the invasion of Eastern mysticism that the West has been increasingly embracing in recent years? It is vital to untangle the threads that hold together yoga, Hinduism, Eastern meditation, chanting, breathing disciplines, and the physical positions and movements that both derive from and provide support for all these aspects of Eastern mysticism and Eastern religions. It simply isn't possible to separate them into component parts, which partially explains why we Westerners entertain so much confusion about what the word yoga, all by itself, really means. To clarify one more time, yoga is sold in the West as science, but it is in truth religion. It is promoted in the West as beneficial to health, but in the East it is a technique for dying. Yoga is a Sanskrit word that means yoking and refers to union with Brahman, the chief god in Hinduism. Thus, yoga's ultimate goal is to reach moksha, allegedly escaping the world of illusion, or maya, of time and sense into liberation from the endless cycle of birth and death and rebirth through reincarnation. The latter is another of Satan's appealing lies, which deceitfully appears to offer endless chances to get it right the next time. Reincarnation is irrational, as we shall see. It defies common sense, while simultaneously denying God's declaration that it is appointed unto men once to die. Hebrews 9:27. Mantras play a major role in yogic meditation. There are Christians who imagine Jesus can be a Christian mantra to be repeated over and over. No, that leads to mindlessness. Any mantra, like the Catholic Rosary, violates Christ's command, use not vain repetitions as the heathen, Matthew 6:7. Making a mantra out of his name is thus doubly wrong. Whatever mantras might be substituted by Christian yoga teachers, the fact remains that true yoga mantras are the names of Hindu gods. Furthermore, the ancient yoga teachers all declared that the repetition of a mantra is a call to the Hindu god it represents, in other words, the demon, to come and possess the meditator. I have personally interviewed people who became demon-possessed through yoga and have heard the heart-rending stories of countless others who, though not possessed, have been led into spiritual destruction. The ancient yogis all warn of the grave dangers involved in yoga, warnings that are avoided by most Western yoga instructors. This entire discussion always brings us back to the most fundamental fact about yoga. No matter what physical benefit might be derived from the exercises themselves, yoga inevitably involves Eastern meditation. And Eastern meditation, unlike Western contemplation or reflection, accompanies an intentional dissociation from our conscious minds. The shutting down of the mind is, in fact, a total abdication of our God-given responsibility that Jesus declared is the first and great commandment, to love Him with all our heart, soul, and mind, Deuteronomy 6:5-6, and Matthew 22:37. Thus, we are violating one of the true God's most basic commandments every time we give our minds over to the intentional nothingness of yoga and associated relaxation techniques. Yoga is dangerous. Yoga is deceitful. The correct pursuit of yoga is designed to call upon demonic power and influence. It invites inside us the very separation from God and ultimate destruction it claims to forestall. Yoga is not good for anyone. Clearly, it is not acceptable for Christians.